Welcome to the CAT 2020 Test Day video. Hi, my name is Nisha, and I will be your guide in this video. I am here to give you a better understanding of the CAT 2020 Test Day guidelines, login procedures and answering procedures for the CAT 2020 test. Let us begin our journey. With only few days left for the test, please download and print your admit card from CAT 2020 website, that is www.iimcat.ac.in. The admit card will be available until November 29, 2020. Download the admit card and print it on an A4 size paper. The CAT 2020 test to be held on November 29, 2020, and the schedule is as displayed. Please note following detail mentioned in admit card, such as test date and test shift, test center address. The documents displayed in this video are only to make you familiar with test day procedure and may vary during the actual test based on the circumstances. Please contact CAT Help Desk for more details. Either dial on 1-800-209-0830, toll free, from Monday to Saturday 9 a.m. to 6 p.m., excluding national holidays. Or email to cathelpdesk@iimcat.co.in. You have to make your own arrangements for travel, food, accommodation and expenses due to medical emergencies. You are advised to locate your test center and its accessibility at least a day before the test. This will help you to choose an appropriate mode of transport and reach the test center on time on the day of the test. Candidates arriving late will not be allowed inside the test center and will be barred from appearing for the test. After the long wait, finally, the test day arrives. Before you leave for the test center, ensure to verify and carry your original ID proof and the CAT 2020 admit card. PWD candidates with scribe should carry scribe affidavit along with themselves at test center. You can find sample scribe affidavit on CAT website www.iimcat.ac.in. Ensure that you affix the photograph, as required, in the space provided on the admit card before you reach the test center. You need to report at the test center by 7 a.m. if your test is scheduled in the forenoon session, that is 8:30 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. Please note that you will not be allowed to enter the test center after 8:15 a.m. You need to report at the test center by 11 a.m. if your test is scheduled in the afternoon session, that is 12:30 p.m. to 2:30 p.m. Please note that you will not be allowed to enter the test center after 12:15 p.m. You need to report at the test center by 3 p.m. if your test is scheduled in the evening session, that is 4:30 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. Please note that you will not be allowed to enter the test center after 4:15 p.m. With the novel coronavirus pandemic spreading globally, every exam process needs to be redefined to ensure exams can take place with appropriate precautions. This is to assure the safety of both the candidates and the exam conducting staff. The new processes define the new normal to execute assessments in the future. The objective of this model is to ensure the following: safe and secure environment for all exam functionaries involved in the examination process using touch-free processes wherever needed. Implementation of social distancing measures. Adherence to the guidelines and procedures provided by Government of India. Integration of safety measures with existing examination processes. To avoid crowding at the venue, you will receive assigned time slots on your registered mail and mobile number on previous day. Follow the rope cues and floor marks while standing in queue outside the gate. Please note, socks, plain pullovers, sweaters, cardigans, without any pockets, are allowed. Candidates having metal implant, pacemaker, etc. in their body should bring a medical certificate of the same at test center. There is no facility for safekeeping of your personal belongings outside the test lab, and test conducting authority is not responsible for its damage or loss, if any. If any prohibited item found during candidate frisking, you will be asked to remove all such items. In case of any unwanted arguments or non-cooperation with frisking staff, you will be asked to leave the test center. Your temperature is checked using thermoguns at entry gate. After you enter the exam venue, you are checked for valid admit card and original ID proof by the exam staff from a safe distance and then informed about your lab number. Candidates should also produce at least one original, valid, not expired, photo identification card, such as college ID, employer ID, driving license, passport, PAN card, voter ID, Aadhaar card, and identification affidavit, along with the admit card. The candidate's photograph and signature should be legibly printed and visible on the photo ID card and should match the name on admit card. The photo ID card should not be damaged or smudged. Scribe affidavit, medical certificate in case you are using any pacemaker, implanted metal, other devices due to medical reason. Then, as you enter your exam lab, your admit card and valid original ID proof is verified by the examination staff from a safe distance. You are only allowed to carry the belongings inside the exam lab such as mask, gloves, personal hand sanitizer bottle, exam-related documents, for example admit card, ID card, etc. Please note, candidates are advised to take bio break before entering the test lab. After entering the test lab, candidates will not be allowed to leave the test lab before test ends unless any medical emergency arises. Remove your footwear outside the test lab. Please note, wearing socks on foot is permitted. You can now enter your respective test lab. On entering the lab, you are guided to the registration desk for iris scanning and photograph capture. For the photo capture process, you need to remove the mask, stand erect and maintain an eye-level contact with the webcam for a clear capture of the face. Once you have completed your registration, the exam staff member guides you to the allotted computer system number following social distancing norms. Ensure that there is no discrepancy in your signature on the attendance sheet, as it will be verified against the admit card and original photo identity proof. Scribble pad will be provided for rough work. Mention your name and registration number on the scribble pad provided to you. The invigilator will read out the instructions before the test begins. You will be disqualified from CAT 2020 if you attempt to appear for the test more than once. Use the mouse to mark the answers or to type using on-screen keyboard for answering questions of non-MCQ type. Do not use the keyboard at any point of time. This will lock your computer system. Do not disturb other candidates. You will not be allowed to take a bio break unless it is a medical emergency. Move to your allocated computer system. Check if your details such as name, photograph is appearing correctly on the computer screen. You should now take your seat. You are under continuous CCTV surveillance in the exam lab. Any kind of talking or disturbing is reported as a malpractice. You are disqualified if found resorting to any unfair means including giving or receiving help from anyone during the exam. Usage of calculators, Bluetooth devices, cell phones or any other electronic device is strictly prohibited inside the exam lab. The invigilator will inform you to log into the test screen. Use the mouse on your allocated system to log in. Click the keyboard icon on the screen to use the virtual keyboard. After logging in, verify your profile information. The next screen will display your test-related instructions. Read the instructions carefully and click Next to proceed. Finally, you can read and agree to the declaration by selecting the checkbox. That I am ready to begin button will be enabled. Click the button to proceed. Note, the computer mouse must be used for answering the questions. Using the keyboard will lock the computer system. Now that you are ready to take the test, let me share test-related information with you. While answering the questions, you can use the following options. Save and Next saves your answer and takes you to the next question. Clear Response clears the selected answer for the given question only. Mark for Review and Next marks your question for review so that you can return later to the question. The question may either be answered or may not be answered. If answered, the answer is recorded and also marked for reviewing it later. At the end of the section time, this question will be considered as answered. A panel on the right-hand side will display the status of attempted questions in 4 colors that indicate the following. Green, answered questions but not marked for review. Red, questions visited but neither answered nor marked for review. Gray, questions not visited or viewed. Violet, marked for review but not answered. Violet with a green tick mark as superscript, questions answered but marked for review. You can also view other details such as question paper. You can view entire question of a particular section at a time by clicking on the question paper button at the top right corner of the screen. Profile. You can view your profile-related information available at the right of the screen. Instructions. You can view the test-related instructions at any point of time by clicking on the Instructions button at the top right corner of the screen. Calculator. You can use the on-screen calculator. The icon of the same is just above the timer. Once the test is over, please provide your feedback on test experience available on your computer screen. You must return your scribble pad at the end of the test to the invigilator. Please do not tear out and keep any page from the scribble pad with you. This might affect your candidature. On completion of a shift, you are permitted to move out in an orderly manner. You can leave the exam hall only after the exam staff member permits you to leave. Kindly ensure not to leave behind any of your assets, for example hand sanitizer bottle, face mask and so on. Maintain the required distance without crowding anywhere. Exam staff members are present along the exit path to ensure your orderly movement. With this, you have successfully viewed the CAT 2020 Test Day video. I hope you have found this video useful, and has helped take away CAT 2020 Test Day jitters. Wish you all the best. Thank you.